Hello, I am Michael.
And I'm Nicole Karnowski, Metamorphosis Coaching, Consulting, and Training.
You know, one of the best ways that we can honor our volunteers and keep them energized is by showing them appreciation. And man, we could spend a whole day on how the different styles like to be appreciated and all of that, but we're going to give you a few simple tips that you could use to help your volunteers feel appreciated.
Yeah, you know, some of this is based on style differences, and I like to think if you've ever read the love languages, a lot of this is like that when it comes to appreciation. Of course, as we've spoken about before, we do the DISC model behavior, and some of those are style preferences too. But here's the thing, there are some things that are universal, and they're really commonalities that most everyone is going to appreciate. You know, one of those is just thanking your volunteers, telling them what they're doing well, and being specific. You know, it's one thing to say, "Oh, great job, team." While that is nice, be more specific and saying something to the effect like, "Mary, that was amazing. You were able to bring X amount of dollars into the team this week by making all those calls." You know, anytime we can be specific, that's really the kind of praise that we want to give. And that appreciation means so much more. The next thing, maybe write a kind note or an email sharing just all the good that this particular volunteer is doing. Having different team members maybe even write notes or things that they appreciate about them. Those can be some special ways. Sharing success stories with the teams. That can not only encourage people who are involved in that story, but it will also inspire other team members. And then another way just to show appreciation to volunteers is just, you know, simple little things like that you can do. Maybe it's you heard someone likes a specific beverage, you bring them to the next meeting, or their favorite candy. Just little things. It's not so much about the gift itself, but just the thoughtfulness that you took time, you know, to think of them.
And don't worry if this doesn't come naturally to you, because it doesn't come natural for a lot of people. In fact, we tend to see things through our own style lens. And so sometimes what we need to do is we need to ask them how they want to be appreciated. That's one of the simplest ways that we could do that.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, there are a few other ways. And one of the books we often use with teams, it's Appreciation in the Workplace. That's a great one. If you ever want to learn additional things on this, get that book, and it's just really interesting. But some of those ways, acts of service, people like to be appreciated. That might be just doing a job for them or something that they need done. Time with you, coffee, lunch, something like that. Another way it is words of affirmation. So we kind of talked about that, sharing what's going well and what you really find amazing about them. Gifts, you know, this is one I like. Doesn't have to be expensive, but thoughtful. You know, someone, like we said, like a certain candy or a beverage. It's really about the thoughtfulness. And really, when in doubt, I think just going back to thanking a person with sincerity in your heart, you know, sending that note and making it special. Here's something to think about. Did you know lack of appreciation is one of the major reasons someone will leave their job, according to the U.S. Department of Labor statistics? It's true. 78% say being recognized motivates them in their job. You know, as humans, this is a basic need, the need to feel like we belong and that we're appreciated. It's so easy to do, and it costs nothing. So I want to encourage you this week, what are some ways that you can encourage your team?